Greetings, my fellow subscribers. Now, we're going to enter our third week of lockdown, and from my understanding, that the lockdown might be extended. From my understanding, that in other countries, like in Japan, they're relaxing their lockdown, and people are being allowed to go out. They're allowed to go on a public transport, go and see their friends and their family who they haven't seen for weeks, and in this country, we're not doing enough. We're not doing enough when it comes to testing people for the coronavirus. Countries like South Korea, for example, are doing 4 times the amount of testing than we are doing here. 4 times the amount of testing, and the amount of people who are infected with this virus is so low, and the death rate almost non-existent. They have had a few deaths in South Korea, but with all this testing, they're able to help these people out early, and they're able to beat this virus early. And the deaths here in the UK is just going up, up, and up. We at this rate, I think we're gonna have the most deaths in Europe at this rate. The Prime Minister gonna be spending a third night in hospital in intensive care, I believe. I mean, I'll admit, I hated this idea of a lockdown when he first mentioned it. I almost punched my TV. I was so pissed off. I was so angry. The announcing of public travel, travel has been cut. Trains times have been cut. Bus times are doing Saturday times, Sunday times. That's every other hour. Coach travel, for example, I use National Express whenever I go up to Sheffield to see my fiance, or she comes down to see me. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. And it's so hard not able to see our friends and our family. It really is. I do hope the Prime Minister gets well soon. I'm not big. He may be an idiot. He may be an idiot, but he's doing what he thinks is best for this country. With the lockdown, saying that go to work if you can, or if it's possible, work from home. Go to the shops for essentials, or go outside, for exercise once, and then that's that. But people are not. But a lot of people in this country, especially what I'm hearing in London, that they're going into parks, going sunbathing. They're not keeping the 2 meters, 6 feet distance apart because these people just don't give a fuck. And it's these people that's going to cause this lockdown to go even further, or even tighter restrictions on what we can do. Because at this rate, people who go out to exercise might not be allowed to do that soon. People like on the coast, Brighton, for example, people going to the beach and sunbathing. Again, you're not supposed to. You're putting your lives at risk. I mean, the instructions of staying home are very, very simple. It's there. They've been put there to keep us safe. But I really do hope that this lockdown can end very soon, because I don't believe we can last much longer. I don't think this country can last much longer during this time, because so many businesses have to close. The employment rate has skyrocketed, and the scheme that the government is doing to pay 80% of people's wages, and it's up to their company to pay the rest. I don't think that can last much longer. It can't, considering that what a shithole this country is right now, due to previous governments, and their decisions have really fucked this country up so badly financially, and their decisions to raise taxes, bills, and capping people's wages and benefits. People actually need them. People are not able to stay in their homes. They're getting evicted, all because of their decisions in the past. And now this virus is going to make things even worse. It's making things so much worse. I know that we can beat this thing. We can, because we have the intellect, we have the equipment. We can beat this thing, but but this country and the entire planet needs everyone to do the same thing and work together, so then we can beat this thing. I know we can beat this, and we can. But we need to do it. We need to beat this thing sooner rather than later. Because as I said, we're not going to last much longer. We're not.